where the trees, flowers and fruits have an unpleasant smell, is caused the army of gods feel aggressive thoughts arising in themselves. It is the same for the Buddha. Since this great earth is coarse and harsh, he transforms it, softens it and causes all beings to have joyous dispositions. Thus, when certain magical herbs are burned under people's noses, violent feelings are aroused in them and they fight. On the other hand, there is a certain magical herb which inspires joy, happiness, respect and harmony in people. If a simple magical herb has such power, what can be said of the Buddha, who makes the ground of the trisahasramahasahasralokadhatu soft and gentle? Sutra. In this trisahasramahasahasralokadhatu, beings in the hell realms, in the preta realm, the animal realm and the 8 difficult conditions were immediately liberated and reborn among the gods dwelling at the kata-maharajika stage to the parinirmita-vasavatan stage. Sastra. Having entered into the lion's play samadhi. If the Buddha causes the damned, the pretas, the animals and the 8 other difficult conditions to be liberated and reborn in the abodes of the kata-maharajika gods up to the parinirmita-vasavatan gods, why is it still necessary to acquire merit and practice the good in order to obtain the fruit of retribution? Answer. We have said that beings of great merit have seen the Buddha's rays and have thus found salvation. Those of profound faults and stains understand it only when the earth trembles. When the rising sun lights up a lotus pool, the ripe lotuses open at once while the young buds do not. Similarly, when the Buddha emits his rays, beings with right merit and sharp knowledge attain liberation at once, whereas those who do not have right merit or keen knowledge do not. The Buddha has great loving kindness and compassion. He saves everyone alike, without feeling aversion or affection for anyone. When a fruit tree is shaken, the ripe fruits fall first. Apply that to the Buddha. The trisahasramahasahasralokadhatu is like the fruit tree. It is the Buddha who shakes it. The ripe fruits that fall are the beings who are saved. The green fruits that remain attached to the tree are the beings who are not saved. Question. Why are the beings who have had this good mind reborn only among the gods of the desire realm and not in the form realm or the formless realm? Answer. In order to save beings, the Buddha leads them to realize the path. But in the formless realm where beings have no bodies, it is not possible to preach the Dharma to them. In the form realm where all feelings of displeasure are absent, it is difficult to find the path because where the pleasure of dhyana is plentiful, the mind is dulled. Furthermore, when the Buddha makes the ground of the trisahasramahasahasralokadhatu soft and pliable by shaking the universe by means of his rddhy-abhijna, beings full of faith are joyful and consequently are reborn among the gods of the desire realm. Since they are not practicing the 4 dhyanas of the form realm, or the 4 empty attainments of the formless realm, they cannot be reborn in the form realm or the formless realms. Question. The 5 aggregates making up the individual are transitory, empty and non-substantial. Then how can one be reborn among the gods or men? Who is reborn? Answer. This point has already been fully discussed in the chapter on the Bodhisattva. We shall limit ourselves here to a brief answer. You say that the 5 skandhas are transitory, empty and non-substantial, but according to the Prajna Paramita, the 5 skandhas are neither eternal nor transitory, neither empty nor non-empty, neither substantial nor non-substantial. Like the heretics, you are looking for a real Atman, but that is non-existent. It is only a designation. It exists as a result of diverse causes and conditions, but only nominally and conventionally. Thus when a magician kills himself, the spectators see him dead, and when a trick resuscitates him, the spectators see him alive. But his life and his death have only nominal existence and are not real. According to ordinary systems, samsara really does exist. But according to the system of the true nature, there is no samsara, transmigration. Furthermore, if there were a transmigrating being, there would be transmigration, samsara. Without a samsaran, there is no samsara. Why? because the asamsarin has destroyed birth by means of his great wisdom. Thus some stanzas say, although the Buddha Dharmas are empty, they are not, however, reduced to nothingness. Opening square bracket. A. Existent, but non-eternal. Actions are not lost. Dharmas are like the trunk of a banana tree. All are the result of mind. If one knows the non-reality of the Dharmas, this mind, in its turn, is empty. The person who thinks about emptiness is not a practitioner of the path. Dharmas do not arise and they do not perish. Being momentary, they lose their nature. The person who thinks falls into Mara's net. The person who does not think finds escape. Mental discursiveness is not the path. Non-discursiveness is the seal of the Dharma. Sutra. Then remembering their former existences, these gods and men experienced great joy. They went to the Buddha and, having bowed down to the Buddha's feet, they stood to one side. Sastra. Question. When the gods are reborn, they know three things. They know where they have come from, they know where they are born, and they know by virtue of what previous merit. But when men are reborn, they are unaware of these three things. Opening square bracket. How can it be said here that they remember their previous existences? Answer. -1. It is not a fixed rule for men. Some remember, some do not remember. 2. Furthermore, it is thanks to the miraculous power of the Buddha that those in question here remember their previous existences. Question. The gods, who possess the 5 super-knowledges and remember their previous lives, are able to go to the Buddha. But supposing that they received the gift of the miraculous power of the Buddha and remembered their previous lives, how could men go to the Buddha? Answer. Some of them, by birth or by retribution, possess the super-knowledges, as for example, the noble Chakravartin kings. The others borrow the Buddha's miraculous power in order to go to him. Question. Humans are carried in the womb for 10 months, suckled for 3 years and fed for 10 years. Only after that can they support themselves. It is said, by the power of the Buddha, beings in the 3 bad destinies and the 8 difficult conditions, all obtain deliverance, are reborn among gods or humans, and go to the Buddha. It may be so for the gods, but it is impossible for humans. Indeed, how could they walk as soon as they are born? Answer. In the 5 destinies, living conditions differ. 1. Gods and hell beings are all apparitional beings. 2. Pretas are of 2 kinds, born from a placenta or apparitional.